March 2025 was the best month ever for new EV registrations, but despite that, the market shares of electric vehicles overall is still behind the ZEV Mandate targets for 2025 here in the UK. So let's have a look at this, guys. Full article on the motoringchronicle.com as always. The new car market benefited from a 12.4% boost in March as uptake rose to 350,000 units, according to the latest figures from the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, SMMT. This growth in the most important month of the year for the new car market builds on the March 2024 performance, where uptake rose by 10.4%. As a result, this year's new plate month, because obviously we get the 25 plates now in March 2025, represents the best March performance since 2019. Fleet registrations rose by 11.5%, while business buyers decreased by a margin of 0.3%. There was also a recovery in private buyer uptake following last month's lackluster performance, with a 14.5% rise in registrations. All types of electrified vehicles recorded growth in the month, with hybrid electric vehicles (HEVs) up by 27.7%, plug-in hybrids (PHEVs) up 37.9%, and battery electric vehicles (BEVs) up a massive 43.2% as manufacturers incentivize uptake with significant discounting. As a result, March became the largest month ever for registrations of electric cars. Some 69,000 new cars reached the road as manufacturers sought to deliver ever more zero-emission vehicles to drivers during the new 25-plate month, which usually accounts for around 16% of annual registrations and, as such, provides a strong indicator of likely overall annual performance. While EV market share improved significantly on the same time last year at 19.4%, it remains more than 8 percentage points behind targets set by the ZEV Mandate, which is the Zero Emissions Vehicle Mandate. Basically means that you have to hit a certain percentage of EVs being manufactured, and if you don't, you get fined. Just look up my video about Ford being fined. I think it was £100 million or something crazy like that. It might even be more, actually. We're going to see a lot more of that in 2025 by the end of the year. Mark my words. Furthermore, given the VED expensive car supplement can now apply to eligible EVs from the 1st of April, potentially raising ownership costs for most EV drivers by more than £2,000 over the next 6 years, the March EV performance will have been bolstered by shrewd buyers seeking to get ahead of the taxation increases. This underscores the challenge facing manufacturers whose 2025 EV sales must accelerate to 28% share over the course of the year. Manufacturers continue to incentivize EVs, incentives that cost the industry some £4.5 billion in 2024. Investment in product development is also bringing ever greater choice to consumers, with more than 130 EV models now available across every size category and average range now reaching above 290 miles. More than double the average weekly mileage of everybody in the country. Year to date, however, BEV uptake comprises 20.7% of the market, highlighting the importance of government incentives and mandatory targets for charge point rollout to reassure consumers and stimulate EV demand. In this regard, last spring's statement was a missed opportunity to intervene, as government incentives can change consumer behaviour. An SMMT survey in February 2025 found that fewer than 1 in 4 new car buyers intended to buy an electric car by 2028, but found that 2 in 5 electric skeptics could be convinced to switch if government incentives were available, as is the case in most other European countries. In the absence of such consumer support, and with September and the introduction of the 75 plate, the next major opportunity to drive EV volume uptake significantly, rapid reform of the regulation is essential, else the industry will face compliance costs that will undermine the viability of their UK operations. And there's some stats there for you guys as well on the motoringchronicle.com, just some nice graphs. Good quote there at the end as well. The top models in general, the Puma is still the top by some margin. Saw a lot of registrations compared to the Kia Sportage. Kia having a very good month in March 2025 as well, as I already covered in a separate video, which will most likely be out before this one. Depends where you're looking at the end of the day. So, yeah, it makes sense. What's happening, mate, is making sense. I mean, in general, right now, people are very cash strapped. Really, you know, you're not going to see that many car sales compared to normal. Really, a lot of people are struggling. It's quite tough right now in the UK. 2025 is not looking very promising in general. So, the majority of these registrations, I think, you know, we're going to see a big kind of tail off. We always do after March because it's no longer new plate month, but those taxes coming in for the cars, making it more expensive. I think a lot of people would have took advantage of that. And despite that, the EV numbers are still not what they need to be overall. So some manufacturers are going to be fine. Like Tesla, 100% of their cars are electric, of course, but some manufacturers are going to be below that 28%. Now, I've said many times that they need to change the rules for these ZEV mandates, change the targets, because it's unrealistic. It's not happening. But as far as I'm aware, nothing's been done. They've been talking about it. There's been talks with the government here in the UK, but nothing's been done yet. Will anything be done? Well, that's impossible to say. You know, something should be done, and I firmly believe that should be the case. But will it? I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, with how things are right now with the government and everything, I doubt it. Because the sensible thing to do would be to make a change. So they won't do it. That's just typical government. That's what they do. That's what they do. But yeah, your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Are you a electric vehicle skeptic? Have you converted recently to driving an EV from driving a petrol or diesel powered car before? Your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more content like this. And yeah, have a great day, guys. I hope you have a fantastic time. I hope the weather's lovely wherever you are as well. It's been absolutely glorious here in the north of England recently. So yeah, have a great time. See you very soon.